My name is Mary Roll. I was a scholar athlete at Knox College from 1988 until 1992 and was on the women's volleyball team during that time. My position was outside hitter and predates the libero position, but in the back row, I was the defensive specialist in the back row. I'm still completely in disbelief. This is such an honor and a privilege. There were so many powerful and fierce women that I played volleyball with during those years that I was at Knox. So for me, I guess I'm a bit gobsmacked by it. I'm so grateful to be nominated. As I reflect on it and think back to my years at Knox and what this means to me is that I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for my time at Knox College and the mentorship and the acceptance and the love and the support that I received from Coach Wagner and Mary Lou and my amazing teammates. And I think that form of mentorship that comes from being a student athlete in an environment that you're protected and you're part of a family like that is a blessing that not very many people get to experience. And so I will take this honor and double my efforts to make sure that I'm doing the same for someone else, putting out my hand, mentoring, supporting, believing in, just like I was offered at Knox College. So thank you so much. I still can't believe it. And I'll be a better person because of it for someone else. Coach Wagner and Mary Lou had such an indelible impact on me. And I remember right away, Coach and Mary Lou knew that I wanted to pursue medicine as a career for my life. And they were so supportive of that. We would have 3-4 hour van trips, and Coach would say, if one person wants the light on to study, we're leaving the light on. And that light was on for 4 years straight. And what that meant to me was that she saw that my potential wasn't just on the court, but it was in something different and something just as important. If I was late to a practice because I was in my genetics lab, for example, that didn't matter because my schoolwork always came first, and I will never forget that. And the belief that those two women had in me that I could accomplish something like that, I honestly didn't think I could do it, but they thought I could do it. And because they thought I could do it, then I thought I could do it. In all sports, no matter what team you're on, you're a member of that team. You play a role. You're important in that role. If you're not available to your teammates, the goal suffers. So the lessons that I learned that I was able to apply to my future career because of my time at Knox was the ability to be very disciplined and really keep a handle on time management, but more importantly, that your role in that group was critical to the success of that group. When the times came, and they did and have for everyone, when you really need to push through. So for example, in my residency training, we would do 36 hours of work straight. And those lessons, when you didn't think you could run that mile a bit faster or lift a bit more, push yourself on through that fifth set of the game, you learn to do it there so that later when I came up against incredible fatigue, you just went back to what Coach Wagner and Mary Lou taught you to do. You just push through and you visualize yourself at the end. And I did that all the time, still do. And those were all lessons that those women taught me. I don't remember individual plays, but what I can tell you is perhaps the most positive moment for me was returning from an ACL repair as a sophomore. It actually was against Monmouth. It was October 31st, 1988 on a slide hit in the fifth set. And I went up and came down and you heard an audible pop and immediate hemarthrosis of my knee and such pain. And so many young women experience this. It's nothing that I'm out of the ordinary for. But the question was, would I ever be able to come back? And at that time, medicine wasn't used to those types of injuries, and the rehabilitation of such wasn't very common. Perhaps my biggest, most positive event was walking into that gym as a sophomore with a brace on, but being able to come back. And I guess that would probably be the most memorable event. It sounds very selfish, but it was because I was able to overcome something that people didn't think I'd be able to overcome. Being able to work through the pain and the grief and the rehabilitation and the disbelief that you can actually do something that other people didn't believe that you could is incredibly powerful and life-altering. So I would say that would be my favorite memory. So my message to you, student athletes at Knox College, is you are precious and you are loved and you are one of a kind, and there's no one else who is made just like you. And that inherent worth that you have is so much bigger and better than any pandemic or social unrest, because within you, you have the ability to truly change the world.